The Iran-Contra Affair. The Iran-Contra Affair was a major political scandal in the United States during the 1980s that revealed covert arms sales to Iran and the illegal funding of Nicaraguan Contras. It stemmed from a combination of Cold War geopolitics and domestic efforts to bypass congressional restrictions on U.S. involvement in Central America. Background and context. The U.S. government under President Ronald Reagan was committed to countering communism worldwide. In Nicaragua, the socialist Sandinista government, supported by the Soviet Union and Cuba, came to power in 1979 to oppose the Sandinistas. The Reagan administration backed the Contra rebels, who sought to overthrow the government. However, the Boland Amendment passed by Congress between 1982 and 1984 restricted U.S. military aid to the Contras, forcing the administration to seek alternative funding. At the same time, the U.S. sought to improve ties with Iran, which was engaged in a protracted war with Iraq. Despite publicly designating Iran as a state sponsor of terrorism, Reagan's administration aimed to leverage arms sales to Iranian moderates to secure the release of American hostages held by Hezbollah, an Iranian-backed group in Lebanon. The affair unfolded in two parts: arms sales to Iran. U.S. officials, including National Security Council aides, facilitated the secret sale of weapons to Iran. Beginning in 1985, the hope was that Iranian intermediaries would influence Hezbollah to release American hostages. Missiles and other arms were sold via third parties like Israel. Diversion of funds to the Contras. Profits from the arms sales were secretly diverted to fund the Contras. Despite the Boland Amendment's prohibitions, Southern Air Transport, a CIA-affiliated airline, played a key logistical role in delivering weapons and supplies to the Contras. The scandal unfolds in 1986. The operation unraveled when two critical events occurred. A cargo plane carrying arms for the Contras was shot down in Nicaragua, exposing the U.S. role in supporting the rebels. A Lebanese newspaper revealed the arms sales to Iran, sparking global outrage and investigations into the covert activities. In the ensuing fallout, several U.S. officials were implicated, including Lieutenant Colonel Oliver North, National Security Advisor John Poindexter, and CIA Director William Casey. North, in particular, emerged as a central figure, admitting to destroying evidence and coordinating the operation. Investigations, including the Tower Commission and congressional hearings, revealed a lack of oversight and accountability within the Reagan administration, while Reagan denied knowledge of the diversion of funds. The scandal raised questions about executive overreach and the secretive nature of U.S. foreign policy during the Cold War. Several officials were convicted on charges such as obstruction of justice and lying to Congress, though many convictions were later overturned or pardoned by President George H.W. Bush in 1992. The Iran-Contra Affair damaged the credibility of the Reagan administration, but ultimately did not lead to the president's impeachment. The affair remains a defining moment in U.S. history, highlighting the tensions between national security priorities, legislative oversight, and transparency. It stands as a cautionary tale of covert operations, executive power, and the ethical limits of foreign policy. Press the like button if you enjoyed this video and consider subscribing for more interesting history.